right, guys. Excuse me. And welcome back. This is Butterfly Box 78. I actually do tarot reading, but I'm not a fortune teller. I just read the energy. I try to let people know that from the beginning. And actually, I just read from the energy, or I try to read the energy, and I also let people know I'm not a licensed counselor. You don't have to do anything that I say. However, this is just insight into looking into the energy and what's going on. Right now we're doing love readings, and something's telling me that I need to read for Aries. I think that there are some Aries right now that really need to hear this, whatever it is, this message. I don't know why I was drawn to Aries, because it's not the order that I've been going out of order on my little sequence list, but for some reason I just go to the astrology sign that I am most drawn to, and right now it's something about Aries. Aries is on my heart. I know some Aries, but Aries are on my heart. Aries, and I'm really compelled to tell you that before I even get started, that I want you, if you're listening, I really need for you to put your pride aside and open yourself up to listening. I know Aries are known for being stubborn, but I feel very strongly that it's time, Aries, to really take advantage of the Pisces moon that we're in, to really reconnect with feelings, but not the angry ones, like the ones that, the emotions or the things that you would do for healing. Because I think as strong and as tough and as mighty as a lot of you guys want us to believe that you are, like you're walking around like no issues, I think that there is, I mean, you know, this is just a general observation. This has nothing to do necessarily with my insight or intuitiveness, but just that I want you to really focus on forgiveness. And something keeps telling me, like, learning to let go of past issues, because you can't go back and change those things. So to hold resentment towards people and things and events that happened that you may or may not have had any control of, those things happened. So the biggest thing is to be able to move forward in your life. You have to be able to forgive. You have to be able to accept the truth. That is the biggest thing I think sometimes with dealing with Aries is accepting the truth and understanding that forgiveness is going to help you boost yourself even further. It's going to raise your vibration level. Especially, it's going to raise your vibration level back to the way that people need to view Aries as the leader, as the person, the first sign in the zodiac. You know. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this love reading for Aries. Now, even though it's the 14th, we're going to be doing Aries reading from September 11th to October 11th. Please give me insight to Aries love life. Aries love. And I just want to say that in these readings, sometimes a lot of them come out, some of the signs come out really similar, but sometimes when there is a lot going on in the world, a lot of the vibration is the same. So a lot of the things that we're going through are very similar. And actually, because of those similarities, a lot of times, that's how we are connected. We are so connected to this world and to this universe and to this earth, because we're creation. We're a creation that God manifests and just put into play, and it's so detailed. So this message isn't just for Aries. This message, if you're listening, is for the cross watcher or anybody and everybody, that because we are so connected in that way, that as a world, we could raise the vibration, which in turn will actually help the environment, because everything is energy. That we could raise the vibration by learning to forgive and heal. And Aries, as strong as a force as you are, you really are going to have to learn this. The grudges, you got to let go. The resentment, you have to let go. And you have to learn to heal from the pain, if it cost you any, or if you inflicted it. You don't have to admit to people that you might have hurt people. But being truthful with yourself is the first key to really being able to bring up the vibration. Yeah. All right. Aries, love. Sorry, you guys, I'm really stuffed up right now. It's crazy. Aries, love. Aries and love. One more shuffle. You know what? Let's go. Aries, love. Alright. For some reason, I'm getting something from the middle of the deck. So we'll start with that. Alright. See where we're going. We just have to trust the energy. Prince of Swords in the upright. Seven of Swords in the reverse. Too much burden. Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Star. Wow. This is gonna be a good reading. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, Aries. So we do past, present, future, and overall, but what I do is I'll clarify these. And currently, in the past, this is air. This is an air sign. You could have been dealing with an Aquarius, because that is definitely on your board, or just another air sign, possibly water sign. But you have the Prince of Swords. And the Prince of Swords in the upright is communication. So there's been some type of communication that you received in the past. And it may have weighed heavy on you. That's what the Seven of Swords is about. And emotionally, it's like you were given Four Cups, but emotionally you weren't satisfied, because the only thing that you were really focused on was excuse me, these Three Cups, not really understanding that you had a fourth cup. Excuse me, guys. Give me just 1 second. Shoot. Sorry about that, guys. Had to get my nasal medicine. I'm really stuffed up. And I'm sorry you had to hear that. All right, anyway. There is some type of burden, Aries, because you have the Seven of Swords upside down, and emotionally you're like, yeah, I got these three, or I don't want that one over there because these three are enough. Or, you know, you're saying like emotionally, there may, if it was in the upright, it's kind of like emotional stability, but not really recognizing the stability in it, because four always represents stability. I'm not super into, well, I am into numbers. I think numbers, even though mathematically they are, it's very clear what it is. Well, numbers are black and white, but numbers also have meanings. But this is like, she's just not satisfied. There's not enough. And of course, the Star card is about following your dreams. So let's get into this. Let's get some clarity. What is this Seven of Swords? Please clarify the Seven of Swords for me. There's an imbalance of the person. There's something that's just not right. And Aries, that could be you. Could be you. It may not be your person. It may be you. And this may have to do with you taking on more responsibility. And with that, you know, Aries, y'all don't like a whole lot of responsibility. So, you know, the emotional dissatisfaction is going to be greater. All right, please clarify Seven of Swords. All right, Ace of Swords. All right, and the Ace of Swords tells us that in the upright, that it's like a new beginning to this is so weird. Okay. So please clarify the Ace of Swords. Dang, Queen of Swords. All right, I see what's going on here. Please clarify the Queen of Swords. Yeah, Justice in reverse. Please clarify the Justice in reverse. Transformation in reverse. Please clarify the Transformation in reverse. Magic in reverse. Please clarify the Magic in reverse. Yeah. 8. Okay. You could definitely be dealing with an air sign. They are all over your board. All right. So presently, you could be dealing with somebody. And where you thought that this could possibly be, where you started, the person, okay, I'm sorry. I'm being so confusing right now. And it's like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm still getting my thoughts together about how to word this. So, Aries. Let's just go ahead and admit, Aries, you guys are handfuls. You guys are a force to be reckoned with. Y'all are handfuls. And the person that's dealing with you is carrying a lot of burden. But you see this relationship as new, solid, blossoming. But the person that you could be dealing with is like not backing down, like very, very strong. Very strong individual. With the Queen of Swords, she represents strength. Like she ain't taking no BS from anybody, you know? Like you can't bring that to her because she's just gonna be like off with your head. This is somebody that's older, that's like, listen, whatever it is, or whatever the situation is where this first card is showing in the reverse, I want you to see her. It's the Seven of Swords. She's carrying 3 on one side, 2 on another, and 2 just sticking in the ground because she's not strong enough to carry all those by herself. And it's not even balanced because if you see it in the upright, she's leaning, the weight of the 3, she's leaning that way. Like, this is heavy. This is imbalanced. And that's what it is in the reverse. So Aries, there is an imbalance. There's a possibility of a new beginning, but the person that you're dealing with is not getting ready to take your shit. Or Aries, it's vice versa. You're not going to take their shit. And the person that you're dealing with is a lot of responsibility. You can't carry all their shit. You can't carry all of their swords. I'm sorry for cussing. You can't carry all of their swords, you know? And it's not your responsibility. And you are actually, you know, like, no, I'm not going to do this. The Queen of Swords is a very, very smart woman. She's intellectual. She has the ability to articulate what it is, what the problems are. And she's able just to see it and explain it in a way that everyone can understand. And it's like, this is this, and this is this, and this is what this is going to be. And then that's it. Sometimes I feel like the Queen of Swords, let me show you, is so strong. She's almost stronger than the King of Swords to me. Very strong. We also have Athena, which is justice in the reverse. So there is a stop. I think this queen is putting a stop to something. It could be reckless behavior. It could be reckless thinking. But she's putting a stop to that. And also transformation is in the reverse. So that means that there's stagnation. That means nobody is moving forward. And then also you got magic in reverse, which is like trickery and disillusionment. So it could be, Aries, that you're in a situation with somebody who you're not going to see justice with. They're refusing to change. And there's a lot of trickery. Or Aries, what I'm really kind of picking up on, and this is how I'm really more seeing this, is Aries, somebody's putting up with your shit. Somebody's putting up with your stuff. And there needs to be a new beginning. And the person putting up with your stuff is like, I'm not putting up with this. I'm not doing it. There's not going to be any justice with me. This is the way it is. This is exactly the way this is. And you're so stubborn, because we know Rams to be stubborn. There's not going to be any transformation. There's not going to be any movement forward. And you could be pulling the wool over their eyes, because Eight of Swords is, look at her. It's like all these swords, all these things thrown at her. You have the Seven of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords, and now you landed at the Eight. And the Eight is telling us that it's almost like in the picture she's running for cover, like she's covering her eyes, like she's, you know, it's like the inability to move forward. It's almost as if you're trying to trap this person. And Aries, we know you guys and your energy to be very strong. And a lot of you guys use it for your own personal gain. Excuse me, guys. And sometimes in certain situations, when we're trying to manifest certain things, that's the thing, Aries, is you have to learn how to use your power, because very easily your power can be used in a very negative way, to the point where a high level of manipulation is involved. And it makes it like, that's the thing, Aries. And I think that sometimes this can be the shortcomings, is that you want to be the very best in the zodiac, but people only take you oh so seriously because you're so busy boasting about yourself and how great you are, but you're never going to be the Leo. But if you used your powers for good, you'll see that you're just as equal as Leo. Yeah. But the 8 is telling us that there's an inability to move forward. It's like feelings of entrapment. Like you shot a bunch of arrows and this is how it landed. Like you didn't kill the person, but you definitely let them know that you are about that fight. And sometimes it's not even about, sometimes it's not about the fight. It's about what you can learn about the situation that you're in. Or vice versa, like I said before. But I'm really kind of leaning towards Aries. And sometimes we don't even know that we're doing the things that we're doing. Let's see. I think this is where the emotional part comes in. The dissatisfaction, not being content with what you've been given. Please clarify the 4 cups. 10 of staves, protection. Yeah. Something happened to where you had to run for cover. I don't know what y'all were doing or what kind of energy you guys were giving off, or if this was even a fight. This could have been, you ran for cover, that's for sure. Because you knew that once you started setting off these landmines or these bombs, as soon as somebody started stepping on them, you knew. Yeah. I need some more clarification. Please clarify the 8 of Swords, the three of staves in the upright. So the 3 of staves is telling us that there may have been some type of success that you were trying to achieve. A goal that you may have, that you've been trying, that you currently or have been trying to reach. And that may be the person, actually, or even the person that you were dealing with could have been, intentionally or unintentionally sabotaging, your game. But you were emotionally not satisfied with that. So you protected yourself. Please clarify the 10 of staves. Yeah, love. So really, what it was that you were protecting was your heart. Definitely. You were protecting something, someone that you loved or love. It could be something that you're doing that you love, that you're trying to protect. But sometimes the way that we go about it is all wrong. Or it could be, like I said, vice versa, where somebody was trying to, you didn't see justice in something that you were trying to do. And so you weren't satisfied with what they were trying to do. They're too stubborn to change their ways. So you ran for cover because you were like, shoot, you ain't getting, you already got 4 of my cups and there's only 10. So you had to protect yourself with these staves. And that was something that you loved, or yourself. More than likely yourself, because y'all are pretty self-centered. All right, let's verify Venus. Yeah. There was an overindulgence in something. Something that you loved, or someone you loved. You were over it. It was just emotionally overindulging in it. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups. Ace of Staves in reverse. So there is not going to be any new beginning. This in the upright would tell us, the Ace of Staves would tell us in the upright that this is a new beginning, but because it's reversed, you are not moving forward with this at all. And I'm sorry, I don't want to apologize, but these cards are very straight to the point. Please clarify the Ace of Staves. Yeah, 4. This is the 4 of Swords is clarity and protection. Like, now she has the information. Now she understands, he or she understands what it is that's really happening in front of them. It's also a need to heal. This card represents healing, and 4 being the stability. Please clarify the 4 of Swords. 8 of Staves. Something that's coming in very rapidly, very fast, some information. Please clarify the 8 of Staves. 6 of Swords. You're leaving this situation behind in the past. You're like, I'm not dealing with this. Goodbye. I'm going to take all 6 of my swords with me, because I just threw like 8 of them at your life. Oh, look at this. Yes. You got 8 of my swords of me trying to hurt you. But look, I'm taking 6 of them away. You tried to hurt me with these swords, but it didn't work. Or vice versa. You tried to hurt somebody and it didn't work, because they're moving away. They are getting away from you. Or you're getting away from them. Please clarify the 6 of Swords. The Queen of Cups upright. All right. So there is a turn for the better. Because you got the Queen of Cups upright, and emotionally there will be some type of fulfillment. Generally is saying that possibly new love is coming through. Or some type of inspiration. Because as you can see, the Star card, the Aquarius card tells us to follow our dreams. Look how beautiful that card is. She's telling us to go forward, follow our dreams. Please clarify. Yeah. So in the end, Aries, there's going to be a lot of goodness. You're going to be able to get through it. And sometimes these situations, all they need in order to resolve their issues is a simple apology. Like, hey, I was wrong, Aries. Could you forgive me? And look, you get the emotional fulfillment, because you are very capable of loving. In fact, Aries, your love runs ridiculously deep. Like crazy deep. So when you are bringing this emotional fulfillment, when you do find emotional fulfillment, the love is very intense. This is good loving right here. Please clarify this star. Ten of Swords. Please clarify the Ten of Swords. The Princess of Cups in reverse. Please clarify the Princess of Cups in reverse. Moon. Yeah. Aries, it may be a situation that you're going to have to move away from because, things are coming at you. Please clarify the Moon in reverse. Nine of Cups. So satisfaction. And this really ends, I'm going to end this here because it ends on a good note. And what this is saying to us with the Ten of Swords is that it's almost like you're protecting this dream. You need there's a lot of information that's coming in and it's overwhelming, and emotionally with the Princess of Cups in reverse, it's draining, and there may be a lack of support, but the final outcome is that with balancing yourself, learning to forgive, maybe not being so stubborn, and moving on and following your dreams, there's going to be great satisfaction. All right, Aries, let's keep it moving here. See, Aries, I read the energy and I tell the story, but really at the end of the day, just to add clarity and some insight into what you could be dealing with. But the thing about it is that it may or may not apply to you directly, but I'm sure somehow that you will gain something from this. You guys, doing these readings is really, it's exhausting. I'm getting tired all over again. And I felt so good being up. All right. Please show us the path of wisdom for Aries, love, September 11th through October the 11th. Please show us the path of wisdom for Aries. And I think this message, the path of wisdom, is going to be really important for you guys. I'm picking up that it's going to be very important for you guys because this is how, maybe you'll be able to go about even, avoiding situations, or learning how to deal with certain situations head on. Again, I'm not a licensed counselor. It's up to you what you want to do with the information. So let's get started. Please show us the path of wisdom for Aries of love. Come on, Aries. Chaos. People look at this card as being bad, but it isn't. Wow. This message is definitely for you. And this is so awesome. I love it when I use these cards because they're so beautiful. So beautiful. And I love the messages because whether you get it up, in the reverse or in the upright, it's like there's such positivity that comes from this. So starting from the top, and the message flows both ways. Chaos. Now this card looks a little scary because it's like the black horse and it's running from the forest fires. But the awesome thing about this card is that the horse sees the light and finds the way out of the burning forest. So again, like I said, you're going to be there is going to be satisfaction and fulfillment. The next one, this is one of actually my very favorite card. It's Burning Sage. And what it is for a fire completion. So, this really path of wisdom right here is all about you because the fire is all over the board and you are a fire sign, Aries. So in order for there to be any type of stability, you're going to need to make sure that you have a solid foundation to build off of. And generally, especially for building houses, there are 4 points at a house that we try to lay the foundation of. So it doesn't matter how the house is erected, there's still always 4 points in order to stabilize what it is that you're doing. And it says that there's some type of completion, like whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to come to a complete, it's going to come to a head. The next one that we have is Spirit Guide. So listen to yourself. And you're going to be able to take this journey that you need to go on in order to gain, I don't know if you can see this, inner order. And you need some inner order because whoever it was and whatever it was that you were dealing with, there was some burdens going on. And with that inner order, this is beautiful. You're going to find balance. That is amazing. I love that card. And you got the Ace of Fire in reverse, and that's totally you. And it's in the reverse because the arrow is pointing back towards yourself. So these are things that you need to take in. You need to have this message is pointing directly towards you, Aries. It's telling you that you need to get out of the burning woods. And you have the ability to do that. You need to build your foundation so there will be a completion to begin the cycle that you need to start in order to heal. Follow that because God's telling you something. He wants there to be inner order and balance, and He wants you to really receive it. Wow. And I just wanted to put this out there that the overall energy was 6 of Fire, which is victory. So again, it's like the Star card and the 9 of Cups. There's going to be a lot of satisfaction and fulfillment at the end. Wow. Aries. Life lessons. But the life lessons, that's the thing about you guys' energy, is that with these life lessons, it's like you guys just bounce back so good. Unbelievable. Y'all's bounce back game is incredible. Like, really. Like, my oldest daughter is an Aries, and she always says she's the comeback queen. And she is, man. She'll take a licking and keep on ticking. It's like, it may slow her stride down for a second, but not really, because she's trying to get to wherever she got to go, you know, almost at any cost, which is a little scary and, you know, detrimental. But you have to admire the Ram, because they push forward like a mug. They are a force. Please give us the inner message. Please give us the inner message for Aries for love for September 11th to October the 11th. All right, yeah. Focus on the light. These messages, they don't change, bruh. They don't change. Focus on the light. That's getting out of the burning forest. That's that 9 of Cups, emotional satisfaction in the end, and following your dreams. Boom. Yeah, that's the only one I need to pull for this. I felt like that was the only one, because this is the only one that's really important. Follow the light. That was easy enough, because I'm definitely running over in this reading. You guys are the longest reading. I guess I just had the most to say to you all, really, right now. Please give us the wisdom. Please give us the wisdom for Aries. Please give us the wisdom for Aries. Please show us the wisdom for Aries and their love life. Please show us the wisdom for Aries and their love life, September to October. Enlightenment. Okay, this just goes back to reiterate what we did before, and I love this card because she is the bomb. I want to look like that walking around. But it just says enlightenment. It says pursue your spiritual growth. So just like I reiterated before in the other card, spirit guide. Follow the spirit. Listen to the messages that God is revealing to you. Listen to it. Potential is, I don't even feel like I need to pull anything else, because the overall energy is potential. Think big for your future. Wow. That's awesome. Go Aries. All right. And the overall advice for Aries. Please give me the overall advice for Aries. For love life. Overall advice for Aries. Love life. Please give me the overall advice for Aries and love life. Please give me the overall advice for Aries and love life. I'm getting the color pink, which usually has to do with passion. And it's telling me, yeah, what you follow your passion. That really needs to be your focus right now. And it's a form of healing. If you have a side project, Aries, really be pursuing that, because it's going to give you the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Going to give you the emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. Church. Again, this goes back to the spirit. Recognize your spiritual authority. There it is, Aries. It's all about God, church, you, your intuition, all of these things. Bathroom. Flush away what no longer serves you. It could be even things with yourself. And kiss, sex, hug. Face and embrace all parts of yourself. So it looks like there could possibly be the potential for somebody new, because you're going to be kissing, loving, and hugging. All right, Aries. That was a really interesting and great reading. It definitely over my time. But I hope that you enjoyed the reading and got something out of it. And, you know, many blessings to you, Aries. I know whatever it is that's happening, whether you're going through something or not, that it looks like something really great is on the horizon for you. You have a wonderful day. Thank you from Butterfly Box 78. And also, you can follow me on Instagram. It's going to be Butterfly_box 7A. All right, guys. Bye.